Hello everyone, welcome to Smart Farm Insight. In the golden light of dawn across the sun-scorched plains of South and Southeast Asia, tall palm silhouettes rise like sentinels of time. These are Palmyra palms, known scientifically as Borassus flabellifer. And to millions of people, they are not just trees but lifelines. From India to Cambodia, from Sri Lanka to Thailand, the Palmyra is called the tree of 1,000 uses. Every part, leaf, fruit, trunk, and sap, has its own story, its own purpose, and its own rhythm in the lives of rural communities. Today we'll explore how this extraordinary tree is grown, harvested, and transformed. From humble seed to the sweet golden jaggery that sweetens kitchens and festivals across Asia. Planting the Palmyra palm begins long before a seed touches the soil. Farmers collect the mature black fruits, each the size of a coconut, and leave them to dry in the sun until their shells harden. Farmers give minimal irrigation, relying mostly on seasonal rain. Full maturity comes between 20 and 30 years, when the tree stands proudly at 25 to 30 meters tall, its leaves rustling like hands applauding the wind. Once mature, the palm bears both male and female flowers, separate but equally vital. Male trees produce the flower clusters that yield the sweet sap. Female trees bear the heavy black fruits, known for their cooling pulp. Each spring, skilled climbers, often barefoot, armed only with a rope belt, begin their ascent. Climbing a 30-meter tree is a feat of balance and courage. Many of these tappers learned their craft from their fathers and grandfathers. It is a hereditary skill, part of the living tradition of rural India. At the top, the tapper makes small incisions in the unopened flower stalks and attaches earthen pots or bamboo containers to collect the sap that drips slowly overnight. Twice a day, at sunrise and again before sunset, he climbs again to retrieve the precious liquid. The collected sap is called nira, a translucent liquid that tastes like sweet coconut water, but its destiny depends on time. If left to stand for a few hours, natural fermentation begins, transforming nira into toddy, a mildly alcoholic drink beloved across rural India. Toddy tapping is not just a livelihood but a social tradition, served fresh in village taverns, enjoyed during festivals and family gatherings. Licensed toddy tappers are respected members of the community, carrying knowledge that has survived for centuries. But when the sap is boiled immediately after collection, a different treasure emerges: palm jaggery, known locally as karupati. It is one of the oldest natural sweeteners known to humankind. Inside rural sugar sheds, the process begins at dawn. Large earthen pots of fresh sap are filtered to remove debris, then poured into wide iron cauldrons over open wood fires. The sap is boiled gently, and the heat transforms it slowly, from clear liquid to a thick, bubbling syrup. The air fills with a rich caramel aroma, as the color deepens from gold to deep amber. Constant stirring prevents burning. As impurities float to the surface, workers skim them off with handmade sieves. After several hours of careful heating, the syrup reaches the perfect viscosity. Then comes the magical moment. It is poured into wooden or clay molds, where it cools and solidifies into blocks of jaggery, glistening brown cubes of pure, unrefined sweetness. Palm jaggery is prized not only for its flavor, but for its nutrients. It contains iron, calcium, magnesium, and natural antioxidants, making it a healthier alternative to refined sugar. In 2023, India produced nearly 1.5 million tons of jaggery, with Palmyra palms contributing significantly to that total, sustaining thousands of smallholder families across Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and West Bengal. As summer arrives, the palm's second gift ripens high above the ground, the Palmyra fruit clustered like black globes among the leaves. Harvesters use long bamboo poles with metal hooks or climb up to twist the fruit clusters free. Each fruit is large and heavy, encased in a thick, fibrous shell. When opened, it reveals 3 translucent seed sacs filled with sweet, jelly-like pulp, a natural energy booster in the scorching heat. In Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka, this pulp is sold as nangu, or ice fruit. It's mixed with shaved ice and jaggery syrup, creating one of the region's favorite summer desserts. Rich in water, potassium, and vitamins, it's nature's own rehydration drink, a perfect answer to tropical heat. Even the outer pulp of the ripe fruit, though fibrous, is cooked into sweets, cakes, and traditional pancakes. Nothing goes to waste. To the people of South Asia, the Palmyra is truly a tree of 1,000 uses. Its leaves are woven into baskets, mats, and thatched roofs. Dried leaf stalks become brooms and fans. And the sap becomes sugar, wine, or vinegar. Even the ashes from burnt leaves are mixed into cleaning powder. Researchers have recorded over 800 documented uses, making it one of the most sustainable and versatile trees known to man. In recent years, communities and cooperatives have begun modernizing this ancient craft. Solar dryers replace open sun drying, helping jaggery retain its natural color. Stainless steel containers now collect sap more hygienically than clay pots, preventing contamination. Government programs encourage organic certification and fair trade labeling, opening global markets for rural producers. Palm jaggery exports have grown steadily, finding new audiences who appreciate its natural sweetness and trace minerals. In addition, palm sugar powder and syrup are gaining popularity as eco-friendly alternatives to refined cane sugar. But life among the palms is not easy. Each climb is risky. Falls can be fatal. Climbers often work barefoot on rough bark, balancing heavy loads in the wind. The work must be done before sunrise or after dusk, when the sap flows best. leaving little room for rest. From the tiny seed buried in the sand to the golden jaggery cooling in the mold, every step of the Palmyra's journey is an act of devotion. It is a dance between human patience and nature's generosity, one that has lasted for thousands of years. The farmers who climb these trees are not just harvesters. They are keepers of heritage, preserving a knowledge older than written history. Their skill, courage, and endurance keep this ancient rhythm alive, ensuring that the sweetness of the Palmyra continues to flow for generations to come. So the next time you taste a spoonful of palm sugar or enjoy a chilled glass of toddy, remember the tall palms swaying under the tropical sun, and the people who risk everything to bring you this golden gift from the sky. Cashews are more than a snack. They're a global agricultural success story. Heart-friendly fats and versatile flavor have pushed demand steadily upward, and Asia, especially Vietnam, has become the engine room of supply. Over the last few decades, Vietnamese producers have refined every step, from orchard management to high-precision shelling lines, turning a tricky crop into a reliable, premium ingredient for kitchens and food companies worldwide. In today's deep dive, we'll walk the journey from seed to sealed carton and show how technology, training, and careful quality control transform a tough, caustic shell into a smooth, ivory kernel. Along the way, we'll see how farms select planting material, how processors dry and condition nuts for stable flavor, how shells are cleanly separated without contaminating kernels, and how grades are set for different buyers. We'll also look at food safety controls like destining, phosphine fumigation, and hermetic packaging, and end with the sustainability choices that keep orchards productive and workers safe. If you've ever cracked open a tin of whole cashews and wondered how those perfect curves survived the trip, this is your behind-the-scenes tour. Cashew trees, Anacardium occidentally, originally from Brazil, now thrive across tropical Asia and Africa. The season begins with seed selection. Farmers choose lots with strong germination, disease tolerance, and high kernel yield, because a larger shell doesn't always mean a better kernel. Fields are prepared by removing weeds, loosening soil, and enriching it with composted organic matter. Soil pH is checked to keep roots active and nutrient uptake efficient. In many regions, sowing coincides with the rainy season to guarantee uniform moisture during early growth. The young trees still require supplemental watering during dry spells. Cashews are a long game. Trees generally need 5 to 7 years to reach full bearing, with pruning along the way to manage canopy shape, light penetration, and airflow. Once mature, the trees produce the familiar cashew apples with the kidney-shaped nut attached externally. Patience matters here. Growers wait for full ripeness, letting nuts detach and fall naturally, so kernels reach their best size and composition. Harvesting is done from the ground, one by one into sacks, because the edible portion sits inside a rock-hard shell wrapped in a thin skin, the testa. Only the kernel is destined for the snack aisle. Everything else, the apple, shell, and testa, has to be handled carefully to protect both flavor and safety. Before any factory machinery starts humming, the first preservation step is drying. Fresh nuts carry field moisture that can shorten shelf life and encourage off flavors, So teams spread a single layer of raw nuts on drying pads or tarps laid over clean plastic to block soil and grit. Sun drying continues for hours, long enough to reduce moisture, not so long that rancidity risks climb. As batches reach target dryness, they're packed and moved to processing centers. The journey of cashew processing begins the moment raw nuts arrive at the factory. First, they go through a thorough cleaning stage, where specialized machines separate out dust, stones, and any remaining debris from the fields. Once cleaned, the cashews are steamed under high pressure, a vital step that softens their tough outer shells and neutralizes the toxic oils naturally found within. This makes the nuts safe to handle and prepares them for the delicate shelling process that follows. Shelling requires precision, as each kernel is fragile and can easily break. Factories use a mix of automated machinery and skilled manual labor to carefully crack open the shells and extract the intact seeds. Even after this, the nuts are still wrapped in a thin, papery husk. To remove it, the kernels are gently dried along designed lines. To loosen shells and develop a gentle roasted note, surchim de mes de roll. Facilities may run mechanical shellers in vertical or horizontal configurations. Some lines operate continuously with scoops that collect kernels as shells split. Because raw shells contain caustic oil, plants work to separate them fast and clean. Vibratory decks help stratify components, and pneumatic aspirators lift away light shell flakes so kernels aren't re-oiled by contact. Once liberated from shells, kernels are graded. Mechanical sizers and vision systems separate them by dimensions and shape, while inspectors pull out defects. Trays are then filled for a second controlled drying to fine-tune texture and stabilize water activity. After drying, a humidification conditioning rest lets moisture equalize from surface to center. Think of it as tempering for nuts. So peeling and cutting behave predictably. Next, peeling machines gently remove the thin testa. At this stage, plants can run further grading. Whole whites, splits, butts, and pieces each have a market. To protect quality in storage and transit, many exporters perform phosphine fumigation in sealed rooms with tightly controlled doses and exposure times. Packaging is the final shield between a delicate kernel and the outside world. Cashews go into food-grade liners inside rigid or semi-rigid cartons or tins. Many exporters use nitrogen flushing or vacuum to slow oxidation. Hermetic seals prevent moisture ingress and protect the product from mechanical crush during long shipping legs. Labels carry grade codes, lot numbers, and production dates for full traceability back through the line. Beyond the box, the industry continues to push efficiency and sustainability. Shell oils are being repurposed, solar dryers are replacing fuel-hungry setups in some regions, and data-driven process control is helping facilities reduce breakage and rework. For farmers, improved pruning, soil health practices, and climate-smart irrigation are raising yields without sacrificing tree longevity. And for consumers, Clearer labeling on origin, grade, and roasting style makes it easier to choose the right cashew for snacking, confectionery, or cuisine. From a fallen nut on the orchard floor to a glossy kernel in a sealed bag, each step is a small engineering problem solved cleanly, repeatably, and safely. That's how Vietnam and its neighbors turned a challenging crop into a world-class product. By perfecting the quiet details you never see, so you can enjoy that effortless, buttery crunch you'll never forget.